Hey there guys, Phil here with Business Owner Elevation. I'm with Leon.
How you doing, guys?
And with Rob.
How you doing, guys?
And in this video, we're going to tell you why most coaches suck and why you should avoid the crooked coach. We're at the lobby of the Expert Empires event, a phenomenal event with Gary V, Ryan Dice, some of the best in the game. We have some, I'm going to say, experts in the room. But what's shocking is, and I'm gonna share this story with you because if you're a coach or a consultant, you need to hear this right now. If you're an expert, you need to hear this right now. Because the shocking thing for me being at this event was introducing myself to people and getting the introduction back and really just asking them what they do. And it was very surprising, some of the reactions I've got. You get the generic, I'm a mindset coach, I'm a business coach, I'm a transformational coach. And although all those things are very, very noble, and I know they only come with the best intentions, what's shocking is when I was speaking to one of these business coaches, I was like, great, what business are you in? What is it you're doing? Like, who do you help? The reply was, I help silent coaches. Now this is where it started getting really weird for me, because I was like, what does that even mean? Like, what is that? And I dug a bit deeper. I said to him, like, so what's a silent coach? Like, how do you help them? Well, he goes, well, you know, like these coaches that are introverts. And now I thought, yeah, he's getting somewhere here. I'm feeling it. Well, you know, these coaches that are introverts, well, how do I say it? You know, like when you've got a house and people are coming into the house and they're taking the stuff because you're not paying your bills or your rent or whatever it is. And I says, like a bailiff. He went, that's it. At that point, yeah, I just thought, this event is called Expert Empires, and rightfully so. You got Gary V, Ryan Dice, some serious guys here.
The BOE team is here as well, the experts.
But you know what it's attracted? It's attracted experts in absolute need. And if you're watching this and you're that business coach, that transformational coach, that mindset coach, you may be in need. And this is why I'm bringing this story up. I mean, I'm with Leon here, 20 years experience in the game. I'm with Rob as well. What are your thoughts on this sacrilege?
You know what, guys, and this is a real, you know, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of people who are lost out there, and they're lost with at the very least hope, and I think that's a good thing, Phil. I think they have hope of, you know, where they want to be, they have some dreams, and at the very least, you know, they're hanging onto that thread, or they're hanging onto that idea of, you know, it's going to happen. And I think what we're experiencing is really that with all of that great information available to us, with the technology that we have in this day and age, the stuff that we can access, it just goes to show there's a lot of shit out there. And the thing is, the shit gets mixed in with the really good stuff, and the message is just, well, it's wasted because, you know, people can't make sense of it. And as you know, as I was just walking in the hall a moment ago, I heard somebody talking about the speakers, and I briefly overheard his conversation, and he was saying, yeah, you know, some speakers are giving value, but everybody is upselling their program. There's 2 points about this. I don't care if people upsell their program as long as they give value and they're speaking. And this goes back to the point that Phil is raising, that, you know, when people are, you know, introducing themselves, really think about when somebody says to you, what do you do? Yeah, when they say what do you do, really think about what do you do to transform the lives and the results of your customers. So don't just say I'm a coach, actually describe what you do, yeah, and then say I coach people in this area when you finish explaining what you do. And you know, there's people out there who they get it, they understand it, but I think my take on it, Phil, 20 years in the game, is that no matter what happens, no matter how much good content is put out there, we don't really know what people have been exposed to, you know. And unfortunately, because we're, you know, a group of business owner elevation, me, Rob and Phil, we actually have some great value, and we come from this place of integrity. And Rob will tell you more about this, but this is his catchphrase: we go back to the source. And I think that's the key for me. We always go back and look at the people who bring the real message, the gospel. And I think, you know, people out there do need to be brought back into this environment, this kind of, you know, the house of BOE, to really understand what it is for them to be an expert. And I think coming to these events are great, we connect with people, but for me, it's more about pay close attention to the people that you see getting results. Pay close attention to what you see in the transformation of the lives of their customers. And more importantly, just walk your path. Don't switch, don't flick, don't move. And Grant Cardone says it, you know, if you're with a coach or you're doing a program, stick with it, get the result, and then reflect and analyze. What I want to do at this point, because for me, it's kind of just walk your own path, but seek the guidance of mentors and coaches. I want to bring Robin on this now.
Mr. Robin Dean Smith.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? The guys have laid down what has been happening, and it has been interesting being here. And for me, I work sometimes on intuition, on my gut, and my gut is telling me what I always thought, and this is the reason why myself, Leon, and Phil came together as a collective. There needs to be radical transformation in the coaching industry. And why? Because, you know, let me call it for what it is. We've got hype and swipe merchants. Let me break that down. What that means that they're basically cookie coaches. They're great salesmen, but can you see the fresh air in front of me? Can you see the fresh air in front of me? No, you can't. You can feel it. You know, if there's an odor in the air, you can smell it. But some of these guys, they're literally selling you fresh air, unfortunately. And it's for you, as a coach or as an aspiring coach, to figure out where, as Leon said, who is talking the gospel. And what we like to do is basically lead people and show people by example, by our own examples. We do make mistakes, and we can show you those mistakes, and we're trying to help you to get from A to B to C to D with limiting those mistakes. But at the same time, what we have done is we've taken out strong energy in terms of money and in terms of time, and invested, like Leon said, 20 years. Like myself, I mean, I look young, like all of you that young, but you know, it's 27 years I've been in sales and marketing from the age of 19. And if I go back further than that, from when I'd done paper round and was like in the playground selling the tuck shop stuff, the things that the tuck shop wouldn't sell, I would go and find source, buy, flip, sell. So it's a long time, and you just get an intuition for who's real and who isn't, who's fake, you know, who's not authentic, who's just using tactics instead of ethical principles. And that's what you've got to figure out, guys. You've got to figure out who are the ethical people in this industry that can genuinely help you. And if you're unsure, keep your money in your wallet. If you're unsure, if you're gonna follow, you gotta follow your head and your heart and intuition. If your intuition says, hey, if you saw me and you didn't like me and you thought it was wrong to invest, don't. That's what I would say, don't. Because your intuition doesn't lead you astray, it leads you to the right path.
Phil, if you just close out on the topic that you raised, and this was something obviously you brought to us, Phil. It was really a bugbear that, having witnessed some of the things he spoke about earlier myself, I would like you to close us out and have the final words.
Guys, we have broken down to you why most coaches suck and why you need to avoid the crooked coach that's trying to get your cash. So that's it, guys. You need to avoid them. You need to not be a sucky coach. You need to go to the source, as Leon said, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's just to sum it all up in one. So if you agree that you should avoid the crooked coach, if you agree that there are some absolute frauds out there, like, comment, share this with an associate that you know, somebody that needs to hear this message. Get it out there, because it's a dangerous place to be, especially with all this branding that you can put out there. So keep it real, guys. Like, comment and share, and we'll see you on the next video.